I'm going to share with you today something you have never heard before and that you won't find anywhere else on the planet. It's one of the most profound, powerful secrets for saving a marriage, and I have personally seen it played out in the hearts and homes of thousands of women around the world. So stick with me. Your view of the world, at least your marriage, your world, is about to spin on its heels.
You and me, we could be on top of the world.
Hi, I'm Ramona Zabriskie, multi-award-winning author of Wife for Life, The Power to Succeed in Marriage, and the founder of WifeSavers course and community, a one-of-a-kind personal development and marriage success program for women. Wives in over 70 countries think of me as their marriage mentor, and I would love nothing more than to be your wife saver as well. So let's get to that first revelation I promised, that secret to the failure or success of a marriage. Here it is. There is a pattern, a predictable pattern actually, in the failure or success of a marriage. And knowing about that pattern and pinpointing where you and your partner are at in the scheme of things is key to not only turning things around, but knowing where you're going after you make that turnaround. Now, I have one more proof or credential that the things that I'm going to teach you about are for real. And that credential, that proof, is me and my marriage. My husband and I were on cloud nine when we got married more than 40 years ago. But less than 2 years later, we really crashed and we filed for divorce. In fact, we were only 4 days away from a final divorce decree when we decided that the road we were on was very unappealing, shall we say, that it was going to end just in a dead end alienation, aloneness, and that's not what we wanted, neither one of us. So we did make that turnaround and we headed back the other direction towards unity, which I learned through the years is really an optimal sort of balance between otherness and oneness. So that's what I'm going to describe to you now is the road. That road going both directions. First, we're going to go towards alienation, aloneness, temporary. And then we're going to turn around and I'm going to show you what the road to unity looks like. This is what the road looks like in words and concepts. And we're going to tear it apart now, point for point or marker for marker. Let's start with the road to temporary from her or your point of view. Remember those cloud nine days? That begins in the stage that we called idealizing. This is when we think of him as our ideal. And the thought in our mind and our heart is, you are perfect for me. Now, very quickly and very subtly, things can change. So we move on into the disillusionment and denial marker. Because what we're now thinking or feeling is, you're not meeting my needs the way I thought you would. And that will eventually progress to trying to change him. Because our heart is saying, I want you to be more the way I think you should be. And of course, that never works. So now we've moved into getting frustrated with him. I am disappointed you're not meeting my expectations. At this point, we're going to start morphing into confusing him because the message we're sending is mixed. I want to respect you, but I do not trust you. And eventually we begin to actually antagonize him. Because what we're sending, the message we're sending is, I cannot support you. And that only makes things worse. So now we're to the point where we're actually treating him with disdain. We're disdaining him with the message, you will never succeed. And that can't help but push us towards sabotaging or leaving him. I do not need you, and I can act without you. Do you see where we're at now on the road? We're very close to the end. Here's the end. Alienation. There's a better life and man for me. And of course, in alienation, what are we talking about? Animosity, right? And aloneness. Now, what's very interesting is how these markers affect him. Let's look now at the road to temporary from his point of view. Now remember, just as you began with idealizing, he begins with fantasizing. You are my dream woman. Well, sooner or later that's going to hit the fan. So now we're in disillusionment and denial. This relationship is taking more effort than I expected. And now he's going to try, because it's very important to him to succeed in anything. And he's trying hard to succeed in the relationship in his mind. So he will try to please her, or maybe try to even change her so that he feels like he's pleasing her. And his message there is, I need you to be happy. He really needs her to be happy. And of course, when that isn't working, he gets frustrated with her. I thought I made you happy. That frustration over time just festers into becoming despair. So now he's despairing of her. I need you to at least respect me. And when that doesn't turn out, he becomes careless with her. I'm tired of failing you and you failing me. Things fester again till he feels even worse. Now he feels contemptuous of her. I can't tolerate you. Until he's ready to leave, leaving her or letting her leave. There is a safer place for me. See where we're at now? We're all the way to the end. Alienation. And now he's feeling, I will no longer be responsible to you or for you. Again, animosity and aloneness. I've seen these misconceptions and their resulting attitudes threaten and destroy so many marriages, stage by stage, marker by marker. And as depressing and sobering as that is really tragic, I don't want you to despair, because it is possible to put on a full stop. That's what I did with my marriage. And that's what it's my privilege to help hundreds of women do for their marriages. Let me show you what the road going in the opposite direction looks like, that road to unity. We're going to use some beautiful imagery and poetry to give you that vision. An ancient Persian poet named Rumi wrote 2 lines of poetry that illustrate what I'm trying to say perfectly. He wrote this. Out there beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing is a field. I will meet you there. Isn't that beautiful? Now I'm going to alter Rumi just a bit, and I don't think he'll mind because he's been dead for several centuries now. But I want to alter it because I really love it, to illustrate in graphic style the road to forever. Here we go. Out there, between right and wrong, is an open field. Out there, between right and wrong, is an open field. Think about that. I will watch you from there. Now that is our first stage on the road to forever, getting used to. Next one. Out there, between right and wrong, is an open field. I will make room for you there. That's our next marker, accommodating. Out there, between right and wrong, is an open field. I will stand next to you there. Now on his part, that's all about appreciating. And on her part, that's all about respecting him. Now we progress to the next marker, the next stage on our road to forever. Out there between right and wrong is an open field. I will hold hands with you there. oh, now we're actually enjoying each other. And that matures into out there between right and wrong is an open field. I will look up to you there. Now we're honoring one another. Until we're at just the crest of this beautiful road to forever. Out there between right and wrong is an open field. I will send you flying there. Now we are inspiring him, and he in turn is cherishing us. And finally, we're so close to center. Finally, out there between right and wrong is an open field. I will soar with you there. Now we've reached the center, unity. I hope you've got more hope now, at least a vision of what's possible. If you want more strategic, real how-tos, then let me know in the comments where you think you're at on the road, what stage you're in, what stage you would like more information on. And then I promise to make a video that addresses that. So let me know in the comments. And if you want to be the first to know when those subjects pop up, then I invite you to subscribe to this channel. You can also click the link in the description to save your seat at my free upcoming live masterclass, Understanding Your Husband and Sons, where I'll really pull back the curtain on his brain, his body, and his emotional underbelly. It's as empowering as it is eye-popping. And when you attend that masterclass, you'll get a free downloadable assessment that's going to help you determine where you're at exactly on the road with directions on what to do next. So click that link down there in the description box. As always, I'm so happy to be your wife saver. See you next time.